According to insiders close to the Sussexes, Harry and Meghan require somewhere in the region of $6 million a year just to maintain their current way of life. That covers security, their Montecito estate, staff, travel, and the kind of public presence that a brand like theirs demands. $6 million a year. That is not pocket change, and it is not a figure you sustain by sitting still. Now here is where things get interesting. The label that has quietly attached itself to Meghan in recent months is one that would raise eyebrows in any household, royal or otherwise. She is reportedly the breadwinner, the primary income generator, the one carrying the financial weight of the family. And if you think about what that means given the context, given who Harry is, given the expectations placed on both of them when they walked away from the royal family, it paints quite a specific picture. Harry, for his part, has had a difficult time converting his public profile into consistent bankable income. His memoir, Spare, generated significant revenue when it launched, but book deals have a shelf life. His Netflix deal with Meghan produced some content, but the viewership numbers told a complicated story. His legal battles in the UK, while personally meaningful, are not exactly a revenue stream. What they are is expensive. Meghan, on the other hand, has been moving. Her lifestyle brand, As Ever, has launched and shown genuine commercial promise. She has leaned into the domestic, aspirational space that she clearly has a personal affinity for, and early indicators suggest that her audience is responding. There is also a Netflix show in that lane, which extends the brand further. She is building something, and she appears to be doing it with focus. If you are finding this analysis useful and you want more breakdowns like this, take a moment right now to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps more than you might think, and it keeps content like this coming. But back to the $6 million question. Literally, the phrase that has been circulating among those reportedly close to the Sussexes is drastic action. Insiders have used those words to describe what may be necessary to close the gap between what they earn and what they spend. And when people close to a situation start using language like that, it usually means the options on the table are not comfortable ones. What could drastic action look like? It could mean a return to more visible public engagements, the kind that carry appearance fees. It could mean an acceleration of brand partnerships, the sort of deals that require putting your name and face on products in ways that carry some reputational risk. It could mean revisiting their media strategy, potentially doing more interviews, more access, more visibility. Or it could mean something more structural, a renegotiation, a pivot, something that changes the equation entirely. There is also the royal angle that never quite goes away. There are ongoing conversations about whether Harry could find a role, formal or informal, that reconnects him in some way to the institution he left. His relationship with the royal family remains publicly strained, but privately, things are rarely as simple as they appear. If financial pressure becomes severe enough, it changes the calculus on all kinds of decisions. What is worth stepping back to appreciate here is how dramatically the narrative has shifted. When Harry and Meghan left the royal family, the framing was independence, financial self-sufficiency, building something on their own terms, and in many ways they have done that. But self-sufficiency at the level they are operating is a moving target, and $6 million a year is a very high bar to clear independently, especially when the projects have been inconsistent and the public sentiment remains divided. Meghan carrying that weight, being the one whose brand and hustle is keeping things afloat, is not the story anyone wrote in 2020. It is a genuinely surprising development, and it says something real about how differently things have unfolded compared to what was imagined. Whether she can sustain it, whether the brand grows into something durable, and whether the Sussexes find a way to right-size their financial situation, those are the questions that matter going forward, and they are questions we will be watching closely.